Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to this edition of FDNI. Today, we have our guest, an institution that is Language Nest. Language Nest is the pioneer in best online or offline classes for spoken English, IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, and CELPIP. Language Nest is the best English language school in Delhi, and they have successfully helped students to attain 8+ bands in the IELTS exam. Their unique pedagogy and study materials set them apart from others. They have been teaching students of different nationalities since 2015 and pride themselves on being one of Delhi's most reputable English schools in spoken English, IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, and CELPIP coaching in Adarsh Nagar, Delhi. They do this by ensuring that each student is happy with every aspect of their stay on a day-to-day basis, not just when they enroll. We are represented, Language Nest is represented by Ms. Pujali Garg, co-founder of Language Nest. She has done MBA in HR and she is a certified TOEFL trainer as well as soft skill trainer with over 10 years experience in teaching English, IELTS, personality development and interview skills. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
We are honored to have you here.
Thank you so much, sir.
You have shown faith in FDNI and encourage students to speak on this topic of democracy. It's a very heartening thing for us because till now only the civil service students were doing this activity, and now we have taken taken it to the next level. The school students are going to speak about this, the topic of democracy. FDNI is a forum wherein we spread the message about democracy. If people understand democracy in the right manner, they will be able to become better citizens, and that is how they will be able to take their country ahead. So, to my viewers, let me tell the topic of today's debate. We will have three rounds today. In the first round, students will be answering one question. The question is, what is their understanding of democracy and what measures do they suggest for democratic reforms in India? And after the first round, we will have the voting. Each participant would be voting over there. And then we will move to the second round, semi-final round, where only 4 participants will be there. Judges would ask them questions over there. And then we will move to the final round where we will have just 2 final contestants. So this is the framework of today's debate. Now I would like Ms. Pujali to take over. Ma'am, please take over. As you know the name of the students, you can.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I will just call one by one your names, and you need to give a brief introduction about yourself so that we should know that who you are, from which school you are, and something else if you would like to say about yourself. First is Priyanshi Gupta. Priyanshi, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Priyanshi and I am in JMC, Jesus and Mary College, and I am studying DLED from there. It is 4-year course and I love to sing and dance.
Great. Next, Pratyaksh Gupta.
Yes, ma'am. I study in the school Lance Public School and I'm in the 6th standard, and my hobbies are listening music and play some games.
Great. Manya Katoch.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manya. I'm in the school Queen's Mary's. I study in 7th standard and my hobbies are listening to music and reading.
Great. Vansh Kaushik.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vansh Kaushik and I am currently pursuing a diploma degree in computer science from JTBBI Rajouri Garden, and I like to play cricket and football.
Great. Garv Gupta. Garv?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. My name is Garv Kansal. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Garv Kansal. I'm 12 years old. I study in 7th standard in Montfort School. My hobbies are to play cricket and study.
Great. Bhavya.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bhavya Kansal and I study in Montfort School, 9th standard. I like to play cricket and learn new things.
Great. Shraddha Mishra.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shraddha Mishra and I study in Jawan Navodaya Vidyalaya, Pujapura, Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh. And I love listening to the music.
Great. That's all with introductions. Let's move ahead.
Yes, ma'am. You can invite them one by one. The question I can repeat. What is your understanding of democracy, and what reforms do you suggest for strengthening democracy in India?
Okay. Let's start with Priyanshi Gupta.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Priyanshi Gupta, and I am here to put forward my views on the topic. Democracy is what does democracy mean, and what are the suggestions according to me to strengthen Indian democracy. We all are familiar with the definition of democracy, which is given by Abraham Lincoln, that is, a government is of the people, by the people, and for the people. But according to me, democracy is a political system which is self-managed and ensures that the will and issues of people who vote for the government are taken care of along with the development of the country. Although democracy has originated from the Greek word in 5th century BC, but now it has taken a huge form. Across the world, the countries have tried rooting principle of democracy in their constitution, but the reality is quite different. Even though they conduct elections, but there is no freedom of choice and fairness. Like in China, there is one party system, but people change, but policy remains the same. Still, Indian democracy is one of the best democracy I feel among the other countries. Though there are many problems in Indian democracy, like the media is known as the eye of people, but due to political interference, its authenticity is being questioned. So I feel that the political interference should be removed. Second, the candidates with criminal background get tickets. So party should reveal complete biodata of each candidate so that people can make a great choice. And third is there should be a strong opinion so that people can make choices from a variety of candidates. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying that Indian democracy is world's largest democracy, but due to political interference, there are many flaws in it. So, government should take strict action for strengthening Indian democracy. Thank you.
Very nice.
Very well said, Priyanshi.
Very well said. Great. Next, Vansh Kaushik.
Good afternoon to all. I, Vansh Kaushik, is here to express my views on the topic democracy. So, according to me, democracy is a form of government where citizens are governed through their elected representatives. We can also say that democracy is a form of government defined by its people because we have chosen them as our representatives or leaders to govern us. And there are mainly three types of democracy. First, direct democracy. Second, indirect democracy. And third, constitutional democracy. In direct democracy, as its name suggests, direct democracy is a type of democracy where head of the state is directly elected by its people, like in England. And second democracy Second type of democracy is of indirect democracy. Indirect democracy is also known as representative democracy, because in indirect democracy we choose representatives who in turn in parliament choose PM, RPM. And third type of democracy is of constitutional democracy. In constitutional democracy, constitution will decide the representative of people, of its citizens. Nowadays, direct democracy is not practically common. Like in India, there is we practice indirect democracy through elections, and we can say that there are many advantages of democracy, because in democracy we can choose our representatives fair and because of fair and free elections in democracy. This is the advantage, and there are also many flaws in democracy, like there is no scope for morality, and there is so much corruption in democracy. And the last question you asked, that what should we do to strengthen our democracy? So we can do campaigns. We can do campaigns in democracy, like right to information, like we can provide studies. We can provide studies to women, because we all know that in India women are not categorized as equal as men, and there is discrimination in like caste, religion, and gender.
Thank you. Your time is up, ma'am.
Great. Good, Vansh. Garv Kansal. Garv, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Garv Kansal, would be going to speak on the topic democracy. According to me, democracy is a system in which the ruling government is elected by the people, which directly means ruled by the people. In short, democracy is power in the hands of people. But in today's scenario, when we look around the globe, many of the countries following democracy are misusing it. Many countries have also got involved in corruption and illegal practices. In India, influence of democracy is depleting day by day. We could see that gradually people's interest is being ignored. Similarly, in China, the Communist Party has established a monarchy even after following democratic leadership on paper. Not even media can say against the democracy in China. Democratic leadership in India is really strong and followed respectively, but still we can find several loopholes in it. To strengthen it, first of all, we we have to supervise it properly and review it at regular intervals. People should actively involve while the government elected should be transparent enough that it shouldn't hide any data by its citizens. Socioeconomic qualities should be improved, and most importantly, there should be modesty in each and every elected representative in the government. This would ensure a smooth flow of democratic leadership in India and in every other country over the world. And the people should actively involve while choosing the representative they want to vote. With this, I would like to conclude.
Yeah, Very well said, girl.
Very nice. Shraddha Mishra.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Etymologically, the term democracy is derived from the word in Greek, which demos, which means the people, and kratos, which means power. Thus, the literal meaning of democracy is the power of the people. Aristotle defined democracy as a government by many. According to Abraham Lincoln, democracy is the rule of people, by the people, and for the people. It means that in a democracy, the ruling power of the country is not given in the hands of a particular person or a group or groups of persons, but in the member of community as a whole, without any distinction of caste, color, creed, or gender. This is the only concept of political democracy. True democracy, as we understand by the term now, is not merely a political idea, but a complete social philosophy. In this way of life, as such, it includes all the political, religious, and moral economic aspects. John Denver says, democracy is more than a form of government. It is primarily a mode of associated living, of conjoint communicated experience. Well, my thoughts resonate with him. Democracy inevitably carries with it increased respect for an individual, greater opportunity for freedom, independence, and initiative in conduct and thought, and correspondingly demand for fraternal regard and for self-imposed and voluntary born responsibilities. A good society is located in two traits: the number and the variety of interests that individuals consciously and mutually shape in society, and the extent and freedom of interplay between one social group and the other. Both these traits point to democracy. The preamble of the Indian Constitution reads, "The sovereign democratic Republic of India will secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, and equality of rights and opportunity." Democracy in India can be improved by the present judiciary, which are considered the pillars of India's democracy, require to be independent of any executive interference.
Okay, we can stop here. Please. Yeah, ma'am, you can invite next student.
Next, Bhavya Kansal.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Bhavya Kansal, is going to speak on the topic democracy. According to me, democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. In a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people. Also, it must be based on free and fair election, where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. A democratic government rules must be in limits set by the constitutional laws and citizens' rights. Every government that holds election is not a democracy. Example, in Mexico, ruling party PRI uses dirty tricks to win elections. Teachers force children, parents to vote PRI. Also, PRI gives money to people to vote them, restricting other parties to win. It will not be considered as a democracy. A democratic government is more accountable form of government. It is better than other form of government because it allows to correct its own mistakes. But still, there are some disadvantages of democracy because it is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope of morality. Also, many people have to be consulted, which leads to delay. Here are some steps which we can strengthen democracy. Government should respect everyone and develop a sense of toleration. They should be answerable to public demand and questions. People should actively take part in political affairs. Also, government should not do fake promises. Thank you.
Great.
Nice.
Manya Katoch. Manya.
A very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Manya and today I'm here to express my views on democracy. Democracy is a political event in which people choose their leader in the belief of that he or she will find solution of their problems and try to develop the country. Democracy is known as the finest form of government. In a democracy, the people of the country choose their government. The selection of the government by the citizens gives everyone a chance to work for their country. It allows the law to prevail efficiently as the rules are made by the people whom they have selected. They have certain rights which are very essential for any human being. There are various democratic countries in the world, but India is the largest one. The democracy of India is derived from the Constitution of India. Democracy is very important for human development. Democracy lets people have equal rights. This ensures that equality prevails all over the country. Subsequently, it also gives them duties. These duties make them better citizens and are also important for their overall development. Indian democracy since independence has been infused with the spirit of justice, liberty, and equality. Sovereignty is a vital feature of Indian democracy. Sovereignty refers to a full power of a governing body without any outside interference. People can exercise power in Indian democracy. People of India elect their representatives. These representatives remain responsible for the common people. At last, democracy allows people of various religions and cultures to exist peacefully. This is very important for any country to be happy and prosper. Thank you.
Good. And now we have Pratyaksh Gupta. Pratyaksh.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pratyaksh Gupta, and today I am here to express my point of view on the topic democracy. The word democracy is derived from the word which is from Greek language, demokratia. The word demokratia is also coined from two words, demos, which means people, and kratos, which means rule. So, democracy means people's rule. Democracy is not only about voting and choosing a new leader to operate a state or a country, but we get many rights in it as well, such as right to vote, right to speech, right to education, and there are many more. There are three levels in democracy: legislature, judiciary, and executive. The legislature makes a rule and it passes to the judiciary. Then judiciary sees the rule that it is valid or not. If it is not, it is rejected, and if it is, then it passes to the executive, and executive executes the rules throughout the country. There are four levels of government in democracy: village level, district level, state level, and the central level government. The central level government. In this government, it includes president and prime minister. We indirectly choose our prime minister. The state level government. In this government, we directly choose our leader or the representative who later chooses our prime minister. Democracy is important in a country because it promotes equality among the citizens and it allows the citizens to follow any religion. Thank you. Hope I cleared my point of view on democracy.
Very good.
Good.
Yes, who is next, ma'am?
So I think all of them have done with their speeches.
All of them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so
Seven
seven.
of them.
Fine. So as was the plan, all of you will be voting for your fellow contestants as well on a scale of 10 in whole numbers, no decimals. Okay, just for a single person, whatever. Yes, give marks.
Let's start with one by one, right? So they would be writing this in the chat box.
Yes,
Would that be visible to everyone?
Yeah, let it be.
Okay, let's start with Priyanshi.
Okay, so we have done the counting part. The voting has been done and the students have voted. Also, the judges have voted. I'll be announcing the name of 4 participants who will be moving to our semi-final round. They are Priyanshi, Pratyaksh, Garv, and Bhavya. So,
congratulations, 4 of you.
Congratulations to 4 of you. I must say, all of you were good and it was a very nice initiative. You were prepared, in fact, you must be congratulated for being the leaders in this direction. Let me tell you, not school students are, are very hesitant. They can speak on other issues, but when it comes to governance and all democracy, they are not able to do it. So you all were good, but we have just chosen those who could express themselves in a much better way. Okay, so now we will go to our second round, and so, ma'am, you can invite the first participant, and then we will ask them the question. I can start.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. First, Priyanshi.
Okay. So, yeah, Priyanshi. I will not ask something very different. We will continue in the same line. Now you have to throw light upon the measures to strengthen democracy you were talking about, right? Just throw more light upon it. Tell our viewers, what do you see around you, the problem areas, and what can be done to resolve those issues?
Okay, fine. Like I have seen that in news channel, basically that the news reporter basically promoting one leader or complaining about other leaders. So they are not showing whole aspect of the life, like who is better and who is worse. So they are focusing only on one. So that basically I feel that they are about political interference. Just because of that, this kind of thing is happening. And we have also listened about something like sometime it happened, like criminals came into the politics. So because we are not aware of the fact that they are criminals, we vote them and they got into power. So that's not good. So I feel that political interference should be removed from our political system, like in democracy. And second, I feel that the party should reveal the complete data about its candidate, so that if by chance they are getting tickets, but we don't vote for a wrong person, and we can make a good choice so that we have a prosperous life and future, and this will be good for our country also.
Okay. Yeah, Pujali ma'am, Sandeep sir, you can also ask.
Okay. Okay, Priyanshi, I just want to ask that why should we value democracy?
I feel that we should value democracy because it is the only form of the government in which we get an equal right. We elect the leaders, and there is a liability for the leaders to do some development work in the society, so that they don't lose their votes in next election, so that they also come in power in next election also. So I feel that democracy is the best form of the government.
Right. Good. Yes, ma'am. Right. You can ask.
Priyanshi, what is the difference between monarchy and democracy?
Basically, in monarchy, the leader knows that no one will be able to remove him. He is permanent. So he focus only on his wish, his well-being. He never believes that he should do something for the other people. But the democracy is completely different. The people who is in power, know that he has to do something for the people welfare. He know that he has to create a what we can say. He has to create a he has to create a name of his, so that people don't forget his name and they give vote in next election also.
Yes.
Yeah, very nicely put, Priyanshi. Your understanding is at a higher level. It's very appreciable. Yes, ma'am, you can invite the second contestant.
Garv Kansal.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you can ask your question first.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Garv, why should we value democracy instead of some other governments like monarchy and other governments? Why should we only give importance to democracy?
We should value democracy because democracy is much better than other systems. As in monarchy, one family will only rule. Like a king will rule, then its son will rule. But in democracy, every time the people will change. So we cannot, a person cannot do cruelly rule. He cannot treat people badly because after some time he is gonna be removed. So I think democracy is much better than any of.
But if I talk about India, politician leader do fake promises. They never fulfill their promises after they get elected. So your view about it?
It about fake promises. It's a very it's a very big problem because mostly politicians do fake promises and they can control people's mind towards them. So the people will then vote them. Mostly people say that I will give you this many money, so poor people will vote them, and that's bad. So we should apply some rule on this and introduce a law.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Gaurav,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Sir, Gaurav, how can we increase the accountability of the leaders? So you know that they don't fulfill their promises, but how can we ensure that they fulfill their promises? Any suggestion from your side?
If they do not fulfill their promises, we can fine them or we can we can suspend that party for 10 years.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody is listening. Huh? See, they are the future of this country, and through the leaders are listening to them.
Great.
They should understand what's in store for them in future, and they should. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Your question.
Guy, when do we say that the elections are fair? When can we say that the elections are fair?
We can say that elections are fair when there will be no corruption. Like many parties do that, they give people money to vote for them. So if they do not use any dirty tricks or do not do anything, so then we will call it a fair election.
Great, great. Well, next is Bhavya Kansal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Start.
Okay, Bhavya. Do you know what is theocracy? Theocracy.
No, sir.
Okay. They will rule in the name of religion. Okay. For example, our neighboring state, Pakistan, it's an Islamic country. They have declared that we will rule in the name of religion. Can you relate how much theocracy is in alignment with democracy? Is it or is it like against democracy?
So in democracy, there is a feature, secularism, which supports the religion, that every country should have all the religion and everyone should respect that. So if a country is only following just one religion, so that's not be considered as democracy.
Okay.
So
yes. Next question, sir.
Okay. My question is very simple. Where did the idea of democracy came?
The idea of democracy came from the Greek word that demo means people and kratia means power. This means the rule of people uh,
And
in certain countries, the people are not satisfied with their government, so they do revolution to bring democracy. So that's how democracy came.
Yes, ma'am, you can ask your question.
Okay. Bhavya, my question is, how does democracy in a country enhance the dignity of an individual?
Democracy can enhance dignity of anybody because in fundamental rights of the constitution there is equality and every person should be treated equally and no one should hurt anyone's dignity or he will be punished by the government.
Okay, great. Now, Pratyaksh Gupta.
Okay. Where is Pratyaksh? Yeah, Pratyaksh. So, Pratyaksh, do you know the name of your MLA, MP, or councillor? Any of them?
No, sir.
Okay, never mind. Do you know which party is in there at the level of councillor and at the level of Vidhan Sabha, at the level of parliament? Okay, at the level of parliament, which party is in power currently?
Ma'am, sir, BJP.
Okay, and in your state, which party is in power?
Sir, Congress.
Okay, so Arvind Kejriwal ji belong to Congress? No, he belongs to Aam Aadmi Party.
He won't be able to digest it.
Okay, so they are going to the schools and all, doing all the activities, and the board are also there. So never mind, never mind. So now you are very small, but what qualities, you try to look into the leaders, if tomorrow when you will vote, what is your expectation from the leader? What promises they should make and they should fulfill. You give your views on that.
Sir, I think that they should not do fake promises. If they do any promise, they should fulfill it and fulfill the needs of the citizens, and the corruption should not be there by the politicians, because many politicians do corruption.
Okay. Have you thought about any measures, how you can remove this corruption, how you can make them more accountable?
Not till yet, but I try to think.
Okay, sure. Yes, sir.
yes, okay, Pratyaksh, tell me one strength and one weakness of democracy.
So the strength of democracy is that the people have freedom to vote, to choose their leader, and they get many rights in it. And the weakness is corruption. In democracy, there is more corruption than monarchy and the other type of government.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pratyaksh, can we really expect quality decisions in democracy?
Yes, ma'am.
How can we expect quality decisions? What are the possibilities of quality decision in democracy? How can you expect that?
Ma'am, we can expect that by they should reveal that from which background does the politician belong.
Okay.
If we get that all the information, we will be able to choose the right leader, and then it will fulfill our needs, and that's how we can remove that corruption and many things from democracy.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Well said. The voting has been done for the semi-final round, and all the candidates were very nice, very good, and the judges have gone for Priyanshi and Pratyaksh. So congratulations, Priyanshi and Pratyaksh. Now we move to the final round, and herein we will go in more details and we will try to ask you some tough questions. Yes. So Sandeep sir, Pujali ma'am, if you would like to start, if you have questions.
Yeah. Priyanshi, so it's a long time our country is following democracy, right? So do you think at this point of time when nothing is improving for so long, do you think we should change into some other form of government, or we should continue with democracy only? I mean, of course, these things cannot change, but
we should continue with. I feel that we should continue with democracy, ma'am, because it is good form of government, according to me, and it just requires some changes. And after changes, it will be a great government.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Okay, Priyanshi. So you know the name of the father of nation, right? Who is he? What's his name?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Fine, fine. You might be knowing that he is famous for his concept of Gram Swaraj. Okay. In fact, I am giving you the hint as well. Okay, considering that you are a kid. So now, can you relate Mahatma Gandhi's views with democracy? How, if by following the path of Mahatma Gandhi, we can strengthen our democracy? Kindly throw light upon that.
Mahatma Gandhi was in the favor of democracy only. Like, he believed that the people should rule the country, but he believed in that there should be equality all over the country. But still there are some flaws due to which there is not equal. They are not equal. People are not getting equal rights. For that, we have done some provisions, like we are providing some free education to poor, so that they come to the level. So I feel that our democracy is trying to be in the same line, but it needs some more time to be on the track.
Okay. Yes, Sandeep sir. Sir, you are not audible.
You're not audible.
Okay, sorry. Okay, how is liberalism related to democracy?
Liberalism.
Yes.
According to me, liberalism is one of the pillar of the democracy, and it in the democracy, as it is a part, being a part of the democracy, it helps to strengthen the democracy. And
okay, we can help you, Priyanshi. Liberalism is related to liberty. Okay, yeah. Liberty, giving more liberty to the people. So now, can you relate it with democracy? How giving more liberty to people would strengthen democracy?
Like when we give rights to people to vote, to choose from among the candidates, so it is a kind of, we are giving them liberty that they can choose anyone as the leader. We are giving them liberty to stand for the election. Anyone can stand for the election. Even an individual can stand for the election. So that's a kind of a liberty. We are giving them equal right to speak, to raise their voice, to have the right to information, to have an equality, to live a peaceful, prosperous life. We are all giving them equal rights. That is the form of liberty we are giving them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well said. Any further question? We can also come back if we seems to have tie kind of situation, right? So I think we can move to Pratyaksh now.
Pratyaksh, yes.
Okay, Pratyaksh. Pratyaksh, in America, they are conducting elections after every 2 years for their House of Representatives, which is the lower house of US Congress. In India, we are conducting elections every 5 years for Lok Sabha, that is the lower house here. Do you think that conducting elections in 2 years would increase the accountability as compared to conducting elections in 5 years?
No, sir, I don't think so, because if we conduct elections in every 5 years, they would be experiencing the situation of the country or the state they are ruling very much better. But if we will conduct elections in every 2 years, they'll not be able to recognize the situation happening in their country or the state they are ruling. So I think we should conduct elections in every 5 years only.
Okay, so Americans need to learn from India, right?
Yes, sir. Very good.
Okay. When we talk about accountability, you have sidelined this issue that we need experience. Okay. So currently, people getting into the power to every seat, be it becoming the sarpanch or becoming a councillor or MLA or an MP. What is the situation? What do you see in India? Is it that each and every person willing to get into the seat of power, are they coming in front of you and sharing their vision with you so that the public can choose them on the basis of their ability, on the basis of their vision for the country? Or is it that it's an internal matter of the parties and some people, the spokesperson of the parties are just doing all the debate?
No, I think they are all doing to get the seat and get into the power, but only there are some politicians who want to get into the power to improve something in their country or state for which they want to get the seat and want to get in power. But most of the politicians, likely 90%, they want to get in the power and they don't do anything for the state and country. They do only something when elections come to make them in power again by the people.
Okay, one more question further. Like we are doing this activity online, it's a, do you feel like, would you like to give a message to the politicians that it will be nice for them if they can share their vision with the public? Do you think that will strengthen democracy? If there is more connection between the leaders and the public?
Yes, it will strengthen our democracy, but nowadays it is not happening. So our democracy is at the same level from where it started. If we will do this, our democracy will be strengthened more.
Okay, nice. Yes, ma'am, sir, you can take it.
Okay, Pratyaksh, I have a question. Nowadays, the youngsters, the college students, they are participating in politics. They are getting into politics. Do you think it's the right thing that the college students should get into politics, or they should focus on their studies more?
No, ma'am, they should not get into the politics. First, they should concentrate on their studies. If they want to get in the politics, they need to study many things about the politics. And without studying, if you are in the college and you are running to be in the power, you cannot do anything and you will not be in the power also. And they will also lose their studies.
Okay, Sandeep sir, we are done with the questions, I guess. Sir, you're not audible.
You're not audible.
Okay, Pratyaksh, my question is very, very simple. Okay, suppose you are a leader of a country, right? Okay. So what would you do to remove corruption?
So I would try to remove the corruption by making some rules and laws by so that the people not do corruption. If someone does, it would be like that. It would be in jail or for 10, 15 or a year or a period of time in years. But the corruption will not be removed, and it cannot be. If we want to remove it, the people have to understand that if we'll not do corruption, our country will develop more. But if we'll do, our country will not be developed.
Okay, second question. One last question. Okay. How are the media plays an important role in democracy?
So media plays an important role in the democracy because it shows that what is happening in our country, state, or what is happening in the politics, business, education, and many more. Like now, I can give you the example of nowadays. When the schools are opening, the media is awareing us that the schools are opening. If they will not, we will not go to the school, and they will be closed for very much time.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, both of the participants. Very well said. Now, judges will do the voting part, and we'll come back to you once it is done. Okay, so we are done with the voting part. I'm glad to say that our today's winner is Mr. Pratyaksh. Yes, Pratyaksh, many congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Pratyaksh.
Congratulations, Pratyaksh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I must congratulate your parents, your school, and your teachers as well. And definitely, I have appreciated you. I was very surprised. You seem to be youngest here, but your understanding of the things was really very nice. Priyanshu, also very nice. Priyanshu, you have done really nice. Your understanding is equally good. Just that we have to take a decision, right? This was, you all are winners because you have chosen to be the face for this very difficult topic, which people think. I'm telling you, after my experience, so many people, they claim to be good speakers, but when you ask them to come on stage and speak for these things, they say no to this thing. Because somewhere they also know that their understanding is less and all. By you people coming to this forum and by being the face of this thing, you have become like a role model for other youngsters, and I hope that they will also start thinking the same direction. Everybody is invited, all the teachers all over India. You are most welcome to be part of this exercise by FDNI and bring your students on this platform. So thank you, Pujali ma'am, for coming to this platform of FDNI, and students were wonderful. Thank you, Sandeep sir.
Thank you, sir.
Your students were wonderful, and I must appreciate even the way you were asking the questions. I was very much happy that you are also, in fact, seems to be very much in alignment with our thought process. So it was a very nice event, and I would, if you would like to say something to our viewers, Pujali ma'am, Sandeep sir, you can go ahead. And
well, I believe, first of all, I would say, Nitin sir, thank you so much for, giving us this proposal for this platform. And I believe the students offline, they're performing really well, but online like this, I was even quite scared, how would they perform? But they were really very excited day by day. When is the date? When is the time? At what time we would start? They were very excited to perform. And students, all of you, you have really prepared very well. Sandeep sir, thank you so much for your effort.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, every one of you. Sandeep sir.
Sandeep
I
sir.
just want to thank to Nitin sir for giving this opportunity to me and my students. Yeah, thanks. I just want to say that.
Yeah, thank you, students. I would like to appreciate all of you. I would like to congratulate all of you. I'm telling you, you have done this exercise for the first time at, I don't know whether any forum is doing such kind of activity like this. Maybe some activities are happening at the, coming from the top. There is difference between things coming from the top and not making not highlighting the people. I know what is going on, the youth parliament and things like that in the school and all, but I have not seen such things coming in public forum. They are not making, role models out of the students, which can be done. I believe that every school should take a lead in this direction. It would be wonderful for the entire nation as well. If we can do this, even the schools can do this. Okay, so with this message, okay, Vansh, I must appreciate. Vansh is also thanking us, and yes, we have just 2 minutes. If anybody, you would, Vansh, since you are interested, I would like to hear you as well. Want to say something?
Anybody wants to say something?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir and ma'am, for giving us the opportunity to speak in front of everyone. Because ma'am and sir, I'm new to this conversation because I haven't done this conversation.
Yes. Okay. Vansh, I can understand. See, I'm telling you, these emotions you are having, they are actually the base of your success. Have these emotions with you. If you have the right emotions, automatically you will acquire the right knowledge. Okay, emotions are the base. So
Okay, sir.
I can feel that sense of emotion in you. It was a very positive thing. With this, I would like to, finally take a leave. Thank you again very much, all of you and all our viewers. Keep watching FDNI. We are available on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and you can also give us support. We are definitely in need of your support by any means. Thank you very much.